Tammy's got a channel on YouTube, she shines. The fake bake diaries, crafting in her own sweet time. She'll show you how to make fake ice cream that glows, giant gumdrops and cotton candy, whimsical treats she knows. Grab your scissors, get your glue. The crafting's just begun with a sprinkle of imagination.
Hi, I'm Tammy, and welcome to the Fake Bake Diaries. Today, I'm going to show you different ways that you can color your white foam clay at home. It's easy to do with products that you may already have around your home. So join me as I turn this white clay into some gorgeous colors.
Crafting with a twist, Fake Bake Diary.
When I buy foam clay, I mostly purchase white. Then I have some dark colors on hand, like black, red, colors that are very dark. I typically buy. But for any lighter colors, I generally color my own clay. For me, it makes storage easier. It gives me the options that I want. I can customize my colors. It gives me a bit more freedom. I also like to color my own foam clay so that I can make a lot or a little bit. Even though foam clay comes in smaller sizes of bags, if you didn't know, foam clay can go bad. You cannot necessarily keep it forever. It might start to go moldy on you. It can dry out on you. For me, I don't want all those colors just sitting there if I don't use all of it. So let's take a look at different ways that you can color your foam clay. First thing when I color is take some gloves. The gloves will protect your hands from becoming colored. Take your foam clay and condition it. The most common way to color your foam clay is to use acrylic paint. This one is from the dollar store. It is not as pigmented as some of the artist quality acrylic paints that you can purchase at Michael's or online. The more pigment the paint has, the darker and more intense your color is going to be. So this dollar store neon green will come out looking a lot different than a highly pigmented acrylic paint like Liquid-X. What you need to keep in mind is that you're working with a white base. That means that all of your colors will turn out a lot lighter than what you expect. So depending on how dark you want your colors, you may either choose a darker paint. I like to choose neon colors and dark paints. But if you want something that has just a subtle hint of color, then you can use pastel, of course. All you do is add in your acrylic paint. And blend that right in.
Just to get inside.
Adding acrylic paint will change the texture. I like to use it when my clay is a little bit dry. The moisture will make it more pliable while I use it. So the more paint you put in, the more the texture of your foam clay is going to change. Get a really pretty springy color of green here. I like that. So that's my acrylic paint. The second one I'll show you is food coloring gel. I will put all these links in the bottom if you want to check those out. I find the gel works better than regular food coloring. It has a more condensed pigment to it. It's just easier to use. But if you have regular food coloring at home, you could certainly do that. This is not fluorescent green. This is regular green. That is super pretty. We'll add a little bit more to see how it darkens that.
Finding treasures every place. Heavenly smell of fresh new wood. Who knew shopping felt this good? Can't resist the call.
With the food coloring, you can see how it can get sticky the more you put into it. But once I've mixed it in, I can roll it around and it's just fine. And that is really nice. Look at the differences in the greens. You can do all kinds of different shades of any color that you want. So that's a nice green. I'll put away the gel food coloring. Now I'll take out my drawing inks. These are epoxy resin inks. You might already have some in your stash. I have a choice of lime green or a darker green. Let's go with the darker green on this one. When you get your ink, it comes with these little pins that you poke in to make sure that's opened up.
Bills and smudges I can't take. Wobbly towers start to lean. Life behind the baker's screen. Oh, the fake bloopers, laugh them all away. Even when it topples, we'll laugh another day. Oh, the fake bloopers, keep the fun in play. Tried to pipe a perfect swirl.
The ink, compared to the gel food coloring, doesn't color it as deeply. You will get a nice pastel color.
Having, here's a shout out to my cravings. Sugar sprinkle.
For all of these, you could take your gloves off after you've mixed it in and use it as you normally would.
Dough explosion sets the scene. Looks like frosting.
This is the lime green, just to see the difference.
Bloopers, laugh them all away. Even when it topples, we'll laugh another day. Oh, the fake bloopers, keep the fun in play.
This is the lime green, and this is the neon green acrylic paint.
Keep the fun in play.
Let's put the ink away.
Keep the fun in play.
This next one is soft pastels. Here's the darker green. You shave the pigment of the soft pastels right onto the clay.
Walking down the street, eyes on the prize, searching for the treasures in a vintage disguise. Gonna
The lighter green.
old into bright, thrift store finds fake bakes from the mind. Racks of old clothes, books and old clocks, dusted off, add some glitter and love.
The soft pastels give the clay a completely different texture. It's very bouncy, like it's drying out. So you'd have to make sure to add a little bit of water to this to keep that moist. You can see pulling it, stretching it. You wouldn't be able to work with it like that. Not my favorite. The next one is a powdered pigment. This one I get from Hemway. I love Hemway products. That has a lot of pigment in it. I might not need any more than what I have just spilled as I opened it.
Paint and glue, scissors too, got to get crafty. That's what we do. Fake bakers on a mission, we're in disguise. Shopping for supplies, we'll improvise, we'll improvise. Gingham ribbons and sparkly beads.
For a Hemway pigment, you don't need much. These are great because you can add a little bit of water to your pigment and then put it into here if you want to, just a little bit, one drop at a time, so that you don't have too much water. This doesn't have any water in it, and look, it's still completely pliable. But if you need to add a drop or two of water, that's perfectly fine. It does not dry out and make your clay rubbery like the soft pastels do. These Hemway pigments, you can mix them into your varnish, your clay, wax, your acrylics, oils, epoxies. These powders have a lot of uses and a bag will last a very long time. This feels really nice. That one is the fluorescent green. This was the fluorescent green that was the acrylic neon paint. And this is Hemway's fluorescent green.
Glue and glitter on my hands, crafting shoes and rubber bands.
Before I move on, one other way that I don't have with me but works well for coloring clay is fabric dye. You don't have to use very much of it. If you're really into coloring your clays, fabric dye might be for you. Now these here, including your fabric dye, are some of the main ways to color your clay. These next few I'm going to show you will be fun colors for your clay. This is chameleon powder. This one here is a green gold. Chameleon means it'll shift colors as you look at it. I took off my gloves because this isn't a dye.
Crops lined up in a row. Oh, oh, oh. Got my heart on display. Can't wait for the day. Nervous hands, but a smile.
So this is the chameleon. It gives a different look to your clay. There's a bit of shine to it. This actually looks like a denim blue. So if you're looking for something that looks like denim, which would look really cute on a little outfit on a character, then it's this pack here. The chameleon powder. I use the green, gold, blue. That right there is a completely different look from all of the other ones. I'm going to take the same green, gold, blue chameleon powder and dry brush it on this wet clay. You can do this on dry clay as well.
Can't wait for the day. Ready for the show. Oh, oh, oh. Crops lined up in a row. Oh, oh, oh. Got my heart on display. Can't wait.
Same powder. This one mixed in by hand. This one brushed on. Two completely different looks with the one powder. If you don't want to touch your project like I am right now, take a skewer and you can brush it on just like that. These are amazing. I love them. This powder comes right off just with a dried paper towel. Another one you can use is glow in the dark pigment. There's also glow in the dark paints. Your paints need to be water-based. So there's all kinds of fun glow in the dark colors here. We're going to take lime.
I swore no more glue, no more strings. I said I'm done with tiny things. Said no more buttons, no more beats. But then there's glitter in the breeze. Look at Tammy on the screen. Fake baked dreams, how they gleam. Silly me, I had to.
The glow in the dark is great for Halloween and parties. It won't show up dark, but as long as it's charged with light, it will glow. Now I'm going to use this gilded gold metallic powder.
Crafting dreams so grand. Can't stop crafting, no way. Every time I swear I stray. Crafty heart leads me to play. Crafting every single day. Just one more step, one more piece. Creativity unleashed. In the night, in the day, crafting always finds its way.
Mixing in the gilded gold gives a gray-brown base, similar to this denim, the way it looks, and it glitters. This powder is really good for dry brushing. You can take your pigment and dry brush this on.
Grab my tools, I'm ready to go. Crafting is how.
That really looks gorgeous. So that is the gold. I'll show you what this looks like if you kept your ball white and dry brushed this on.
You see, I cut and glue, I stitch and sew.
If you don't mix it in, the gold is nice and bright. If you mix it in, it gives it an antique look. I normally finish my projects with a Duraclear varnish. In this case, I want to keep the sparkle, the glitter. I want to keep it shining. So I'll use the gloss varnish. And this varnish will allow that glitter to show through.
Crafting wheels, it's crystal clear. No need.
Depending on the pigment you use, you can also take some of your pigment, oops, that's a mess, and put it in your varnish. This way you have a varnish and a paint all in one. If you choose to finish your project, then paint it, you need to use a water-based paint like acrylic or latex. If it's an outdoor or commercial product, consider using a latex. If you're using it for crafting, acrylic works well. But you have to wait until your project is dry and then go back to painting it. Those are different ways you can color your clay if you have white clay. I love it because I don't end up wasting colors that are unused or running out of colors as I approach the end of a project. Before we go, let's see if our glow in the dark is working. It charged for 10 minutes outside in the sun and it's glowing so well.
Sugar rush sweetness, oh, it makes you feel